Good day, everyone. How are you? Well, I am fine. How about you? And now let's welcome to our topic. Our topic is all about resource materials on learning teaching of poetry. So let's discover the poetry. The resource materials focus on developing senior secondary students' poetry analysis skills and provide guidelines on how to approach of poetry, developing critical of it. Set 1. Focus on the ways to approach a poem and the fundamentals of poetry analysis. It includes the following parts. Number 1. Letter A. 10 steps of analyze a poem. Number 2. Letter B. Key aspects and guiding questions for poetry analysis. Number 3. Letter C. Writing analytical paragraph. And number 4. Writing. There is the 10th step to analyze a poem. Number 1. Look at the title, form, and shape of the poem. Number 2. Read the poem aloud or in your mind to feel the mood, tone, pace, and rhythm. Number 3. Identify the speaker and think about the voice and tone. Number 4, or step 4. Think about the setting of the poem. Number 5. Work out the subject and themes of the poem from the dictions and production used. Identify the poetic devices such as similes, metaphors, and imagery, and think about how this adds to the theme. Number 8. Think again about the feelings, messages, and ideas presented in the poem. Number 9. Think about how the poet communicates these ideas. B. Key aspects and guiding questions of poetry analysis. Well, in general impression of the poem, it is necessary or to progress from the comprehensions to the appreciation level. For more in-depth analysis of a poem, you should examine the following 7 aspects greater detail. Some guiding questions are provided below and guide to you the notice to identify the features under each aspects. As you can see in the table, there are 3 rows and 3 columns. It's stated positive, negative, and others. Positive for appreciative, calm, cheerful, comforting, content, devoted, delightful, and enthusiastic. And negative, aggressive, angry, annoying, irritated, anxious, agitated, apprehensive, bitter, confused, cruel, and in the others, apologetic, bold, cautious, firm, ironic, mysterious, nostalgic, regretful, and remorseful. These are the table for content and subjects and themes. Second is the speaker tone and voice. Third, setting and atmosphere. Where and when is the poem set? Does the setting create prevailing feelings in the poem? Does the setting affect the mood of the speaker? Can any of the adjectives listed below? Form and structure. Does poem follow a regular poetic form? Sonnets, ballads, haiku, and or stanza from quatrains. Is the regularity in the form and structures broken in any part? Sounds effect. Number 5. Poetic devices. Number 6. Diction word. C. Writing analytical paragraph on different aspects of a poem upon identifying themes and statistic features through underlining certain parts and scribbling some notes. It have a statement main point, textual support and evidence, and elaboration and explanation. And letter D, last, the writing practice. Set number 2. Help student to consolidate the knowledge and skills acquired in set 1 through applying them in an integrative manner to analyze a new poem. It includes the following parts. A. Pre-reading activities. Letter B. Reading the poem. Comprehension and appreciation. C. Number 1. Content, subject, and themes. Example. Content, subject, and themes. It explains what the poem is about and identify the major ideas and themes. For example, To a Poor Old Woman by William Carlos Williams, 1883 to 1963. Matching a plan on the street, a paper bag of them in her hand. They taste good to her. They taste good to her. They taste good to her. You can see it by the way she gives herself to one half, sack out in her hand comforted. The salons to fill the air. They taste good to her. Source: William Carlos Williams, Collected Terms, 1939 to 1962. 2. Speaker tone and voice. This is the example. This is just to say by William Carlos. I have eaten plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saying for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet, so cold. These are the others: sitting atmosphere, form and structure, sounds effect, poetic devices, dictions, word choice, use of language. These are the possible questions of number 2, speaker, tone, and voice, so that you will be able to know who are the speakers, what are the tone used by the poem. So here are the questions. Number 1, who is the speaker of the poem? Number 2, is the speaker or poet character, persona the poet takes on? Number 3, who is the speaker speaking to? What is the tone or voice adopted? What is the speaker attitudes towards the subject and the poem? Does the poem happy and sad or sad when you read it aloud? Poetry is a literature that evokes the concentrated imaginative awareness of experience or a specific emotional response through language chosen and arranged for its. Before anything else, let's have some recaps about these lessons, all about K aspects, guiding question for poverty analysis, the positive, negative, and the others of these columns. Let's figure out again. And of course, the form of structures, the sound effects, the questions given, like the sound effects, what sounds are frequently used in the poem. Next is poetic devices, and number 6 is seduction word, choice use of language. Yes, and next is writing analytical paragraph and the different aspects of poem, and it have some example of To a Poor Old Woman. Next is it have an analysis, of course, and the example number 2 is speaker tone and voice. Next is the example number 3, sitting and atmosphere. And form from structures, it have analysis, the poem of Dark and Trash. Next is dictions and choice use of language, which is have the analysis. Also, the writing practice, we have the example of writing practice. Next is this one, also is the example of writing practice. This is Jennifer Q. Matugas. The link below, you can open that in a Google Classroom. Also, you can search that from the web or the websites or in the search engines. It depends of you.